On today's Mega News, after 17 years we can finally play an English dub of Mega Man ZX1. Fan game Mega Man X Innocent Impulse releases its second demo later this month. And hey, does Mega Man X Corrupted have a release date yet? No, it's just an hour of gameplay? Ah, shoot. Welp, let's rock on and talk about it. Welcome to your Mega News for January 5th, 2023. Coming to you from the ShadowRockZX YouTube channel and the MegaManNetwork.com. Aw yeah baby, it's the first Mega News of the year of Battle Network. Are y'all ready to net battle once again? Well, I'm sure we'll get to Battle Network stuff in a couple months here. But for today, we're pretty light on news. It is only the start of the year after all, and currently Rockman X Dive is in filler hell. Like I said in the previous Mega News video, Dive may not actually be too relevant this year, as we are seeing the volume of new content taper off quite quickly. So for today, we are keeping it locked on some pretty cool fan projects in the works, including one that just dropped a couple days ago. I'm talking about the Mega Man ZX Playable fan dub mod, directed by Cross Trash and featuring over 15 voice actors. So hey, we all know that Mega Man ZX Advent features full voice acting, and ZX1 didn't, at least in English. But did you know that the Japanese version actually did have Japanese voice acting? Well, thanks to that, and the fact that the Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection, which the mod is based on, is a source port, meaning it's fully moddable. I may have a video or two about that. The group was able to replace all of the Japanese voice clips with their own to create the very first fully playable English dub. The mod also changes the game's internal font and reformats the game's text because the English lines are obviously way longer than Japanese lines. So if you left the text as is, you would have some awkward silences when all of the audio plays before you actually get to it while scrolling through the text. So it is very good that they made that change, just to help things flow better. As for the quality of the dub itself, you can judge for yourself at the link in the description below. They have a trailer where you can listen in and kind of see what it sounds like. I think for a fan project, it sounds pretty good. And I do have plans to play through this game with this mod on stream. But if you would rather not wait for me to cover it, the download link is in the description below so you can apply the mod and experience it for yourself. Congratulations to everyone involved for crossing that finish line after 3 years of development. That is a heck of an achievement for a fan project. In my time, I've seen a number of projects like this struggle to get off the ground, let alone finish. Heck, let alone be playable. So yeah, in conclusion, this is really cool and you should check it out. Here's another excellent project that gets the pulses pumping. Mega Man X Innocent Impulse is a fan game led by Soren and Tommy Case, described as story-rich and open world. Unlike some other X fan games you may have seen out there, Innocent Impulse takes on an 8-bit style, taking some inspiration from Mega Man Extreme of all games. But unlike the Extreme games, this one features all new Mavericks and a new story set after the events of X4. The story synopsis reads as follows. The Rebel Force was wrongly accused of being Mavericks during the incident. The public doesn't trust the Maverick Hunters anymore and demand for change. In the midst of it all, a new threat appears that causes Reploids to act erratically. Are these Reploids truly cyber rebels or just victims of a bigger plot? Help the blue Reploid hero Mega Man X discover the truth of the Innocent Impulse incident. Other planned features include a chip part system to develop new abilities, battles against past Maverick bosses using the VR space simulation system. That reminds me of another game we're about to talk about. And as per Mega Man X tradition, lots of armor parts to collect. What can I say really, this game looks pretty dang sick. In a good way. And if you would like to demo it for yourself, there is a version 0.1 demo available now through the link in the description below. And they are currently working on a version 0.2 demo that should be available sometime this month. At least this one does have a demo, unlike some other games. Go ahead and scratch some of that Mega Man X itch I'm sure you have. But of course, there's the other Mega Man X fan game that literally everyone and their mother is waiting for. Of course, I'm talking about Mega Man X Corrupted. JKB Games just released a new 1-hour gameplay video featuring X's playthrough. And they have promised that there will be a Zero gameplay video posted in the near future as well. This one kinda takes us through the intro stage and the game's natural progression from a fresh save file. Exploring the Metroidvania world, getting a look at the Hunter base, where you can get information on each of the Mavericks as you progress through the story, chat up your fellow hunters, and even get equipped with some upgrades. I gotta say, the dialogue is pretty good in this game, even hilarious at times. One standout character so far is Gwen, who oddly reminds me of somebody. I don't know who, but the memory of it makes me want to squawk. And I've already said it before, but the intro stage sequence is literally an X-fan's wet dream. It's cool that you can play with the ultimate armor, and even meet a couple of the Mavericks before the game truly begins. Another couple standout things for me was the fact that Dr. Kane is the one handling X's armors this time. Nope, they're not light capsules anymore, they're Kane capsules. And all this time we've seen that the characters do level up as they go along, but this gameplay video gives a better idea of what you do with those level ups. And that's a pretty cool skill tree where you can upgrade X's abilities, from the head all the way down to his tippy toes. And I like the throwback to the X schematic and the intro of X1. Yes, it's not shocking at all, but Mega Man X Corrupted is still the dream fan game that we all want to play like right now. Please, inject into my veins. Not everyone is on board with the ZX-esque formula. Heck, Corrupted even has full-on side quests like the ZX games do. But I do think so far Corrupted does mitigate the issues that ZX had, with things like a way better map system, fast travel points via the capsules that you can unlock, and the skill tree to keep progression nice and interesting. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be waiting just a little bit longer. From what I hear, they are still working on the final stage and boss, which means at the rate we're going, we're still looking at maybe a couple more years at most of development. And I know, I'm right there with you. Bro, I've been sold on this game like 10 years ago, plus that. Just, at this point, don't even show me anything, just wake me up when there's a release date, man. Even with this hour-long gameplay video, I kinda stopped halfway through because I just don't want to spoil myself too much. Even though I have a legitimate fear that at the rate we're going, we're gonna have watched the entire game before anyone gets to play it. And that's a bit of a shame. Really cool that we get to see all the progress and everything, but man, I would just rather experience it for myself. Especially the intro stage sequence would have hit me way harder if I was actually in control during that and not watching it through a YouTube video. But anyway, despite my fears, that's just a small gripe on my part. After all, it is kind of understandable that they've had to rewrite the game engine a couple times, especially when Adobe discontinued Flash. Yup, that sucked for a lot of games. Only thing that's weird to me is watching them add all these old bosses and old armors from the past games, which is really cool. Don't get me wrong, like, that's awesome, man. I love seeing the Retro X armors in the 16-bit format. That's why I like the 30XX Mega Man X mod so much. But at the same time, maybe finish the core game first? Then again, I can't look a gift horse in the mouth. It is a free game, a fan game even, and it's their project to do whatever the heck they want with it. And don't let me ever tell anyone what to do. And I even perfectly respect that there probably will not be a demo ever for this game until the full thing is ready to go. And even though I am at the point where, respectfully, I'll just wait for a release date, Corrupted is still looking really amazing. Like, oh my god, mind blown. And it is genuinely exciting to see this in a actually close to final state. And if you, for some godforsaken reason, haven't seen the 1-hour gameplay video yet and you don't mind being spoiled, I'll have a link to it in the description below. Honestly, for how long this game has been in development and how good it looks, when it finally does come out, this may be our another Metroid 2 remake moment, but for Mega Man fans, let's just hope that Corrupted doesn't actually meet the same fate as AM2R. The good news is Capcom never really takes down fan projects unless they're profiting off of it, or it conflicts with their own plans. And I don't see Capcom making an X9 anytime soon, so I think we're good there. Best of luck to the Corrupted team, and may you finally cross that finish line. That's all we got for today's roundup. I don't know when we'll be back, but maybe we'll be able to talk about some Dive or even Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection next time. Until then, thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned to ShadowRockZX for all things Mega Man. Be sure to check out themmnetwork.com as well for all sorts of articles on the series and videos like this one. I'd also like to thank all of our ShadowRockZX channel members on YouTube, including our SA class supporters, Mangai and Spazer, GA class supporters Rico Syndrome, Adrian Cauldron, Chaos Bankai, and Austin Buford, and of course our UH class ultimate supporter, LML123. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel going into the new year. I hope you guys have had a happy new year, and well, let the year of Battle Network begin. This wasn't really a Battle Network video, but hey, let's go ahead and start it off right. Say it with me. Battle routine set, execute.